Hello. I am so happy to meet up with you again. It's been a while, I know. I think the COVID thing really got to all of us. And then trying to catch up with life after all lockdown and everything else that went with it has not really helped. So at the moment I'm knitting a little glove. Let's have the right pronunciation. A glove. And there's the thumb, so it's going to be like that. This is handspun yarn from not Jacob's fleece. Some rugged type of fleece that I spun. So I thought I'll just sit here and knit a little bit and catch up with you. In my last video I spoke about how I figured out that my videos and my channel is not about just one thing, it's about the process. And I went into a whole rambling of the process. Actually, yes. It was the first week of lockdown when I put my last video up. So I live in South Africa. Oh, let me start again. Hello, my name is Katinka. I live at the south point of Africa in a small little village. And the sea is that way, about 15 minutes. And then you can go for nice, beautiful walks on the beach. And my village is not so small anymore. It's been growing to my disappointment because it's losing its charm, but it's still beautiful and pretty and the people are still awesome. So that's the introduction. In today's video I'm not going to teach you anything and I'm not going to tell you anything. I am literally just quickly catching up because I have missed this, and I know I haven't been a regular person to upload, or let's call it a regular YouTuber, but that's a story for another day. So let's talk about what happened since we spoke last. The world went into lockdown. I did mention on my video that Sinatra died, the husky. I actually went and in my bio I took it off that I had a husky because it was too sad. But I'm okay now. But I was really heartbroken. I still have my 2 cats. Sorry, I'm just gonna move here. I know this is not exactly the right angle, but that's too bad, so sad. I still have the 2 cats. Bubbles is right there. Pinky is somewhere. Work has been quite busy. I work on a farm and we produce food, so food never stopped growing. So you had to keep on working. In that time I did some sorting and did some audit stuff, so that's been busy. And then in the last week I tried to adopt another dog. It's a rescue. He was very cute. His name was Braveheart, but he wasn't for us. He tried to eat Pinky 2 days ago. Pinky is the black and white cat you sometimes see on my videos, and she's okay. She's got 2 puncture wounds and she wasn't able to walk on her back leg, but she's limping along quite happily at the moment, and every day it's better. She's actually at the moment she's outside somewhere. I haven't seen her since I got home today. I must actually go and find her. But she's still the sweetest thing who kisses my nose and purrs and sits on my chest at night to get me to go and feed her. I also made 1,800 and something masks. I started out with the plain ones and then we upgraded it to some with drawstrings, and it's just been evolving. I am thoroughly fed up with making masks now. It was an adventure, a very boring adventure, but it had to happen. So I'm glad that that part is now slowed down. I had to stop, not had to stop, but all the sewing for other people kind of slowed down, which I'm very happy about because that meant that I had the time to make all the masks that I had to make. And but in the last 3 weeks the sewing has started picking up again. So I've made 4 prom dresses, 2 prom dresses and 2 dresses for our 18th birthday party, and then a few other things in between. And I've just been trying to find my new equilibrium. And I think if I speak to people, that's something that a lot of people are struggling with at the moment. It's like we all need to find our new normal. And I find it so irritating when you speak to people and they're like, oh, this is the new normal. We have to live this new normal. And yes, there is a place for that, and there is a point in that. But why do we say it's a new normal? Through life, things change. I just think of my last 15 years, how my life has changed. And I never walked around saying, oh, this is my new normal, this is what we're doing now. I just took the next season and I lived the next season. And I think that's something I want to touch on about today, is we sometimes catch up on phrases that society is using. And some of them make sense and it's really applicable, but some of them are just a catchphrase and we all get on that bandwagon. And for me, I think I want to get off the bandwagons. I'm tired of following along with the next trend and the next this and the next that. And yes, you can say that me sitting here chatting to you on a YouTube video is maybe also another trend. But I also think there's a place of doing things that enhance your life. So like I said in my last video, I do YouTube because I needed a creative outlet. Not that I don't have creative outlets. I mean, I sew, I knit, I spin, but I needed something that challenged me and it was completely different from what I usually do. And so when I started YouTube, it was like, oh, I'm going to do this channel and I'm going to make amazing videos and then it's going to have a viral hit and that's going to be my life. But it doesn't work like that. I learned that. So first thing is I'm rubbish at editing. I'm really learning. In the last few days I've been editing another video, like a little tutorial for something that I made in my house, and I would like to show you guys how to do it. But I tell you, it has been hell on toast. It's like everything that could go wrong did go wrong. First time around I did something and I lost everything, all the work that I've done. I think like 20% of the original work stayed behind. Then I downloaded, or what do you call it? I think you call it render the video. When it comes down into your computer, into a file, and I put a filter on and it was like this horrible 1970s B movie green teal color. Then I tried again and it downloaded. It took 3 hours to put this file back on my computer. So now I'm looking like 6 or 7 hours later and it did the same, but this time it was yellow. So I gave up. Then I thought, you know what? It's the app. So I decided I'm going to start learning a new app. Well, if you don't have any editing background, I've got the basic things that I've been doing, but very basic, then any new adventure in editing is quite an adventure. So today I'm sitting there with all these clips because now I was very ambitious. I literally like filmed every little clip as I went along, deciding it's going to be amazing, and I had all these ideas in my head. Half the clips are not in the center. I'm learning, so this one you will have to bear with it, but the next ones will be better. The other clips I had to like literally cut out because you can hear me talk but you can't see what I'm doing because I'm working here and the camera is there. So yes, it's an adventure. So halfway through trying to figure this new app out, or new program, I realized that's nonsense. Let's go back. The other program still has the file on it. So I finally figured out how to take the colors off that I put on. It was not so difficult. I googled it and I couldn't find where they spoke about it, but in the end I figured it out. So I'm very thankful. So I was able to salvage that video because that was a lot of hours of work. It's like the whole of this week I've been spending on that video, and it's not even that great, but I'm still going to upload it because it's going to be like a record of where I came from. One day I'm going to say, this is how bad I was and now I'm better. I hope. Let's hope. So that was fun, and it still is fun. So at the moment it's rendering there in the room. I hope it's still going. Let's see and hope for the best. Because it's been quite an adventure. So yes, I thought about this video for today. I will just pop in and see how you guys are doing. I know my channel is still very small, but I really appreciate each of you guys who've subscribed to my channel. It is such an honor because you have so many other people you can watch and you can see what they are doing, and my life is basically not very interesting, but I enjoy it. And that's back to the thing that I said in the beginning. I'm using this. Oh, I want some coffee. Oh, some more chocolate. More chocolate. I'm using this channel as a record of my creative journey, but I'm also using it as a record of the way my mindset changes, and where I was in the past with the way I was thinking and the way I was doing things and where I am now. And I quite enjoy the whole process. And I want to thank you for coming along for the ride, because this is quite a ride. I hope you are all doing well and you are all healthy, and that this next while will really be a time of just reconnecting with yourself again. I'm going to say goodbye now, and I'll speak to you soon.